first question, how to get started with data science, improve in data science. Also, if you ask me what will be a roadmap, then I'll say yeah, you are a good question, but yes, your question hurt me. It did. So there is no exact roadmap or answer to this question. Actually, getting started with data science is kind of easy, but yeah, there is no specific roadmap on how to improve and get better and become a master or anything, because it is a continuously evolving field and it is mostly a random walk. But yeah, there are some general guidelines, because we have it for everything. It's general, so you have to try it and test it for yourself. I'll share those, but yeah, there is no specific roadmap. So what are the general guidelines that I would like to give you? The main thing, देखो, I have been at your place. I started in my second year when I was in my second year, and I know how it feels. बहुत अजीब सा लगता है कभी-कभी, and it's overwhelming क्योंकि इतने ज़्यादा sources हैं, कहीं से भी पढ़ सकते हैं लेकिन समझ नहीं आती चीज़ें, and a lot of time we get stuck. So for the first point is you should start small. Always try to start small. To build a good foundation, अब हमेशा सबसे zero से शुरू करना पड़ता है. So start small and stick to it, no matter how small thing you are doing. Let's say if you are making a model on the iris dataset, that's okay. If you are just starting, that's okay. You will have to go through it first. ऐसे में ये नहीं सोचना होता है कि other people are doing so cool things and why I'm not able to do that, I lack in this and that. No, just start small and stick to it without getting overwhelmed by any number of resources available. I know there are a lot of resources, paid courses, etc., but yeah, start small and stick to it. Stick to whatever you're doing. Second is that the approach which has worked for me is the top-down approach. मेरे लिए जो काम करता है, मैं पहले चीज़ों को implement करना चाहता हूँ और फिर theory देखना चाहता हूँ. Like it's totally opposite to what we have been taught from our childhood. हम लोग को हमेशा से यही करते हैं कि पहले theory सिखाते हैं. Practical की तो यार 10th तक classes भी नहीं होती थी, 12th में भी नहीं होती थी, कॉलेज में कैसी होती है ये हम सबको पता है कि नहीं? So हम सबको पता ही है कि प्रैक्टिकल हमको क्या ही सिखाते हैं. So it's for me it's the wrong way. यार देखो, थ्योरी की तभी जरूरत पड़ती है when you get an interview with a company. लेकिन इंटरव्यू पाने के लिए पहले तो तुम्हें वो करना पड़ेगा ना, पहले अपनी प्रोफाइल बिल्ड करनी पड़ेगी, प्रोजेक्ट्स बिल्ड करने पड़ेंगे और सीखना पड़ेगा. तो उसके लिए इम्प्लीमेंटेशन तो आना ही चाहिए. So that's why the top-down approach. The top-down approach is first you whatever you see new and you are in the data science field, कुछ भी तुमने देखा अपने सामने उसको इम्प्लीमेंट करो. कोड छाप दो, कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता. Do whatever you want to do, implement it, and then learn the way back. Then try to understand the theory. That's what I have done, and it has worked wonders for me. On February 8th, 2020, I went to attend Kaggle Days meetup, and at that time I was nothing. I was completely a newbie and everything, and cut down to 2 months. It's May 13th. I am just one step away from becoming a Kaggle master. I'm doing good in Kaggle competitions and everything, and the reason for it is the top-down approach. Thirdly, don't ever run after certificates, paid or unpaid MOOCs. MOOCs is the large big courses which say become a data science in 30 days, become a data science in 6 months, become data science in but that is all hoax. Don't go for it. Don't run after certificates. Certificates दिखाने से तुम्हारा कुछ नहीं होगा. अगर तुम digital certificate दिखाते हो, कहीं का भी कोई certificate दिखाते हो, employer doesn't care if you don't have a good project. So again, it comes down to the top-down approach. अगर तुम्हें प्रोजेक्ट आता है तभी प्रोजेक्ट किया है तभी तुम्हें इंटरव्यू मिलेगा. ओके, अगर छाप के किया है और समझा नहीं है तो इंटरव्यू मिलेगा लेकिन विल नॉट गेट हायर्ड. बट या, इंटरव्यू के लिए प्रोजेक्ट जरूरी है, सर्टिफिकेट्स नहीं. Third is again the main thing, the focus on live projects and learning at the start of a journey, and then you can build around that. Last is learn one topic at a time and perfect it before moving on. The thing which I do is I try to take a topic and learn it completely. Like I was very, very scared of NLP when I got to the second round of ZS. I did not know what NLP was, and I lost there. So मुझे NLP से सबसे ज़्यादा डर लगता था, तो मैंने उसी को स्टार्ट किया है और I am becoming very good at it at every passing day. So सबसे पहले एक टॉपिक को पकड़ो और उसे बहुत अच्छे से करो and then move your way. So these are the general guidelines to do things. But yeah, there is no he's world's first Kaggle 4x grandmaster. And he's kind of an NLP expert. So this is one of his recent tweets in which he said most certificates are overrated. If you gain knowledge by doing courses, there are many different ways to show it to the world, and certificate is not one of them. Please don't spend money on useless certificates. Okay, so you get the point. I guess not all the see, I have done MOOCs myself, but not for the certificates. It's mostly for the learning. And for every MOOC which I do, or for every course which I do, I make a unique project for it. I'll show you examples in the later stages. So why top-down approach? Because you have a project to showcase and you already know how to implement things within few days. अगर पढ़ने जाओगे तो 10 दिन पढ़ोगे, फिर 4 दिन प्रोजेक्ट बनाओगे, फिर सब भूल जाओगे. Coming to top-down approach, अगर प्रोजेक्ट बनाओगे तो तुम्हारे पास 3 दिन में प्रोजेक्ट होगा सबको दिखाने के लिए. उसके बाद तुम्हें बस 5 दिन लगेगा पढ़ने के लिए, और 8 दिन बाद ये चीजें कभी भूलेंगी नहीं. So that's the main point why you should take the top-down approach. Now, before going to why Kaggle, if you still have questions on how to get started, I'll answer you specifically, because I need to know where you all stand right now to suggest how to go forward. So there is no general answer. So yeah, now we move on to how to get started, why Kaggle, when to start Kaggling, and how to get started with Kaggle. So yeah, like I said, once you have learned few things, let's say at the start only, आज तुमने linear regression implement करना है. So you need a data set, you need a platform where you can implement these things. So Kaggle is the way to go. लोग सोचते हैं कि Kaggle is just for PhDs and बहुत tough चीजें होती हैं वहाँ पे, बहुत ही tough competitions होते हैं. So that is not the case. I'll show you how I got started when I didn't know anything at all, and how you can get it too. So why Kaggle? Kaggle is an Airbnb for data scientists. This is where they spend their nights and weekends, and they spend most. Yeah, we'll have a Q&A session at the last, just 2 or more slides to go, man, and then we'll exclusively have Q&A session, then we can interact. So it's first of all, Kaggle is a brand, and to get an internship or a project, job or anything, you have to be recognized by a brand. And Kaggle is part of Alphabet, which is owned by Google. So yeah, Kaggle is the way to go. And there is 2 bonus things that we get there. The first is you get to learn from the best in the community, and they are very helpful. You get to learn from people like I am currently interacting with the CTO of NVIDIA. You can imagine कैसे तुम, मतलब अगर Kaggle नहीं होता तो मैं कैसे ही NVIDIA के CTO से बात करता. या फिर अभिषेक ठाकुर, he is like a brother to me now, and I can interact with him, and he's really friendly, and that's all because of Kaggle. So yeah, I'll show you how you can get started with Kaggle in 5 minutes. In 1 minute. I have to stop this. Yeah. So this is what my Kaggle ID looks like. I have got 4 gold medal and 5 silver. So yeah, so many kernels. Yeah, I know. 2 competitions and so many kernels. So this is my first ever notebook which got gold, and it was my 3rd notebook, and it has got 531 upvotes, which is like a great number. So at that time मुझे कुछ नहीं आता था NLP के बारे में, N भी नहीं आता था, LP तो दूर की बात है. बट एक चीज मुझे आती थी, I can write good stuff. मैं अच्छा लिख सकता हूँ, और I knew how to do EDA. EDA is exploratory data analysis. तो मुझे बस यही चीजें आती थी. So I decided that I'll write Kaggle kernels, क्योंकि लिखने में कुछ नहीं जा रहा है मेरा. एक प्रोजेक्ट का प्रोजेक्ट हो रहा है और मेरे पास से कुछ नहीं जा रहा है. वोट्स आए तो ठीक है, वरना कोई बात नहीं. That is the mindset that as a newbie you should have. तुम नए हो, तुम कोई काम करते हो, तुमको कोई क्रिटिसाइज नहीं करेगा, लेकिन मे बी तारीफ कर दे. You have got nothing to lose. Just do whatever you feel like. And so that's what I did. I got there. I took the competition. मुझे नहीं पता था कि मॉडल कैसे बनाए, but yeah, I knew how to write good stuff, and I knew how to do EDA. So I did EDA. I wrote some very nice things, and what I tried was to do EDA in a different way. Like if I printed a data frame, I tried to colorize it so that it looks good to the eyes. Now when you see it looks good to the eyes, and it was just one line of code. And that too I learned from Kaggle itself. And then people were making these simple plots. Everyone was making the same, so to stand out, I made and after that there are people joining in late. Yeah, so what I did after that, again, I wanted to do unique plots, so I made a distribution plot from Plotly, because no one was making it. I just did the same things that others were doing, only in a better way, so that I stand out. I made a distribution plot from, and then I just shaded the area between the plots like this, so it looks cool. And for the next part, what I did was I took the unique words out some challenge. So into you, and I took out the most unique words in them, and I plotted it like this. See, I used just colors to gain attention, and then a different kind of plots which nobody has drawn, because that's all I knew at that time. I did not know anything cool but this. So to get started with Kaggle is just to get started. कुछ भी आता हो बस जाके करो, because nobody is stopping you, nobody is judging you. और वोट्स आ गए, तुम्हारा नाम बन गया, तो बहुत ही अच्छी बात. It doesn't matter what the competition is, कुछ तो आता ही होगा तुम्हें उस चीज में. If you are just getting started, then there is a data set called Titanic for you, and you can always go there. So yeah, I'll just resume my presentation. तो job description में जो skills हो वो चाहिए होते हैं हमेशा. And how do you prove those skills? I told you certificates are not the way. अगर तुम्हारे पास कोई स्किल है तो सर्टिफिकेट से मत दिखाना. I would recommend that. So what else? Then you should do projects. Learn a skill, do a project to back it. Learn a skill, do a project to back it. That is a never-ending process. And with that, you will have a very good resume that will help you to get a job. After that, some recognition on some platform. It's not necessarily to be Kaggle. अगर Kaggle बहुत difficult लग रहा है तो और भी platforms हैं. But the point is कि तुमको मेहनत करनी पड़ेगी और just do whatever you want to do and just keep learning and keep doing. There are other platforms like Analytics Vidya, Machine Hack. मैं अभी बताऊंगा. Thirdly, a good performance in hackathons competitions are always a plus. You can always have, if you have previously a medal or a winning thing in competitions, that's always a plus. Thirdly, fourth, see, after coming a long way, you have done courses, you have done projects, and you have done everything. You need somewhere to showcase. अब यार तुम अपने घर में बैठे हो, तुम बहुत अच्छा करते हो, तुमको कोई नहीं जानेगा और तुम कुछ नहीं कर सकते. So what you need is to build a name in a community. You need a community to join to, और उस community में अच्छा करना पड़ेगा तुमको. I told you, my first post was getting the Iris dataset to work, and I posted it online. It's present on my GitHub till date, and that's good. That's just showing कि you are learning. तुम सीख रहे हो. और मैं कभी भी बस एक ही फंडा है कि कुछ भी तुम करो उसको पोस्ट करने से डरो नहीं. और LinkedIn is a very very good place, and वहाँ पर जितने भी अच्छे लोग हैं, जितने भी डेटा साइंस कम्युनिटी के लोग हैं, सब तुमसे इंटरेक्ट करेंगे. I'll share 3 tips for LinkedIn. First is see the connections. It says 500 plus connections. The first step to LinkedIn is अंधी request भेजो और connections को at least 1000 plus पहुंचाओ, and do it in the relevant field, जिस field में तुम्हें जाना है. And this is not for asking for referrals or anything, just connection request भेजो. Second thing, contact them on LinkedIn and ask specific questions. Don't ask कि मुझे data science शुरू करना है, मैं क्या करूँगा. He'll not answer, or even I will not answer that. Ask specific things like मैं KNN कर रहा था, मेरे KNN में यहाँ दिक्कत आ रही है, मैं क्या करूँ, या फिर मैंने ये प्रोजेक्ट कर लिया है, मुझे ये प्रोजेक्ट करना है, मैं क्या करूँ. ऐसे करके. There is no roadmap and no one will help you in that. The second thing, once you have established yourself and once you have got projects and you are confident enough that you can प्रोफाइल को अपने ऑल स्टार करना है, अबाउट बहुत अच्छा लिखना है, and then if you are looking for a job, then post your resume, and always post every project which you do, and no matter if it is technical or anything, just post what you did. Like, this isn't technical but still post it there. एक बार जब तुम्हारे पास इतनी चीजें हो जाएंगी, you are confident enough for applying, then you start messaging the recruiters. और let's say what I did, अगर मुझे किसी कंपनी में जाना है और वहाँ पर कोई बंदा काम करता है तो मैं पहले उसे रिक्वेस्ट भेजूंगा. then I'll request him, I'll ask him if this is a good profile or not, you think my profile is good or not, and then I ask him for the referral. So LinkedIn is a very powerful place. Yeah, Kosto, I'll show you what this applied AI thing is. And I'll also get you the link. Here is the link for the course, and here is the page of the course, so you can see. This is the course. It's a paid course and it asks 25,000 rupees, but if you go on torrent and search for this course, you'll get it for free. So that was it from my side.